listening to
We are yours, and we're doing it better than anybody else alive.
So welcome to another episode of the Wrestle Bob podcast. How are you doing today? Well, good day. Welcome to another episode of the Wrestle Bob podcast. I'm your humble host, Bob TV, better known as Robert Bob TV Brown. I'm known for my political channel, the Rob Report, and the Bobby Brown Show. That's still going to be another show, but I'm kind of pulling away from politics because it get a little bit depressing sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But this is fun. This is exciting. I love wrestling. I grew up on wrestling. My dad, thank God he's still alive. He always took me to wrestling matches, and so he put that bug in me, man. So I love wrestling very much, and it's something that I always talk about anyway. I'm gonna watch wrestling all day, every day to the day I pass on, and I'm gonna talk about it. So might as well talk about it here. Might as well talk about here and give you my point of views on different matches and things like that. What I think about what's going on in the direction of wrestling and things like that. This is the Wrestle Bob podcast. And I want to say shout out to all those who subscribe. We only been doing this a month. We're over 50 subscribers, which is not bad because it did way better than my political channel. It took me a while to get to 100, but look like we're going to get to 100 in over 90 days. Let me put my runner back up here. Our goal right now is to get 10,000 by the end of 2024. You say that's impossible. Well, I believe all things are possible if you believe. If you believe and you keep putting out good content. So I believe it's possible. And hopefully you can help. So if you have not subscribed, stop right now. We ain't going any further. Stop. Super kick that smash button. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell. Make sure you put it on always, because we can be dropping these things anywhere, anytime, every which way. Whoop, there it is. So we're going to get into Smackdown in review. So, all right. So they titled this particular episode, "Who Can You Trust?" And I'm like Stone Cold when it comes to wrestling. DTA. Don't trust anybody. Nobody. Cody. Don't trust anybody. Don't assume they got your back. So one thing I like about the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, and I have the honor and privilege of meeting Dusty Rhodes when I was a little kid. I'm going to show you some Tom Steimus commercials. He used to do these stomps in my hometown of Bradenton, Florida. Tom Steimus was a big-time car dealership, used car dealership, and Dusty would come and cut these promos to sell these cars.
If you shopped at my competition, you'd be talking about $450 a month. Here, $248. Here, $157. Competition, $300. Brand new custom conversion pickup. Tell them, Dream, tell them. $99.99. Custom conversion pickup right here. Steimus and Rhodes, #1 in Florida, #1 in your heart, and #1 in custom vans, trucks, cars, motorcycles, BB guns, whatever it is, Jack, we're #1 in it. #1.
So Cody was right when he did that promo about his dad getting so deep down in the dumps that he had to sell cars until he finally got picked up at Traction, went over to ECW and things like that. So I know Dusty Rhodes, and this is one thing I know about Dusty Rhodes. Dusty Rhodes ain't trusting nobody, and Dusty Rhodes don't need nobody. Dusty Rhodes ain't asking for no help. Here's a look here, baby. If I have to take off my cowboy shoes and stick both of them up your behind, I'm coming for you, Jack. I don't care if it's 1, 10, 15, 100. I'm coming after all of you. He didn't ask for no help. Now, people want to help him, but he ain't asked for it. Y'all out there asking, somebody come help Cody. Somebody help Cody. We needed some Avengers team. Somebody help Cody. Stop. Cody need to be a man like his daddy and just go out for everybody. What happened to this bloodline hunter? What happened to it? But let's get into it. So we started off, this was in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. The first match was Rey Mysterio and then Santos Escobar. And great match, man. Rey Mysterio don't miss a beat. Just coming back from injury. Don't miss the beat. The long end of the story is Rey Mysterio was about to, do the 619, and then this masked guy came out with a luchador mask, and it ended up being Dominic Mysterio. Now, I don't know why Dominic Mysterio feel like he got to get involved with his dad match. I mean, unless it's for the title of Prince Mysterio and he earns the right to wear that mask and they're going down that storyline, but why you wait till now to do that? WrestleMania is in a couple of weeks, man. You wait till now to build a storyline for Prince Mysterio and the inherit of the mask and wrestling your dad again at WrestleMania? Now? When it should be him and Escobar? And what are you doing? Are you trying to audition for Delgado, Fabado, whatever their name is, Phantasma, Fantasy, Phasia? Are you trying to audition for them? Are you leaving the Judgment Day? Did mommy tell you to do that? I don't know where this is gonna go. Don't care. I really wanted to see Ray get his revenge on Escobar on the biggest stage of them all, but it looked like it's going to be Rey Mysterio and Santos Escobar. The next match was a tag team turmoil to determine who gets to be in the tag team match to wrestle Judgment Day, which is not fair. They got to wrestle 3 other people. It's not fair. Giving everybody a shot because you don't want nobody to be bored and catering in the back. Really went and thanked Naomi for helping her out last week, having her back last week. Naomi say, hey, that EO Sky is going to fill all this glow because she was wrestling EO. Bayley didn't want Naomi to be dragged into the middle of this. Bianca Belair is not buying that because Karma is catching up with Bayley. And Bianca saying, look, you got exactly what you deserve for this. The way you've been terrorizing me the whole time, you in Damage Control, what goes around comes around. Karma. You reap what you sow. And I don't think you learned your lesson yet. Naomi would have did great over there at Impact, doing wonders and being able to have an open door to wrestle all around the world, like Mercedes Moné is going to do. Big money deal, being able to go across the world to wrestle, unlike WWE. Had her jobbed out, Tiffany Stratton and people like that, and pinned clean, former champ. Not fair to Naomi, but I guess they put her in the storyline with this Bayley thing and dealing with Damage Control, and eventually, what's her name going to be forced in that situation. But now Jade Cargill look like she's coming in the picture, and I'm going to go ahead and let it be known. We don't have to go through that. It is announced that she is now signed to make her first appearance next week. And hopefully she can get in the mix because she don't like what Damage Control is doing. Naomi don't like what Damage Control is doing. Bianca don't like what Damage Control is doing. But yet when it comes to Bayley, she's like, yo, you got you need to take this L for a little bit, you know. And then you learn your lesson, then maybe I might warm up to you. And this is why I like the WWE today, is because you don't have to have feelings no more. 1 minute we enemies. I mean, that's my thing with Cody, man. This guy almost tried to end your career. Now y'all buddies, but we'll get to that in a second. And they gave a Braun Breaker vignette, trying to show how powerful he is. Braun Breaker, Wardlow, same bro. Braun Breaker, Wardlow, same bro. It's just that WWE is booking him better now that he's on the developmental brand. And here they're booking him horrible. In AEW, he need to break away from that faction, the Kingdom, and just go rampant on everybody like he intended to do when he came out and gave that great promo. I'm going to go over Rampage, and I'm going to go, they need to get rid of Rampage. And just put Collision on Friday nights to compete, or put Collision on Saturday. Just get rid of Rampage. You don't need nothing. We got Smackdown, Tony. We don't need something to carry us over to 11 o'clock. Stop it. Anyway, Austin Theory first and Grayson Waller versus the Good Brother with Mia Yim. Not gonna go through it. It was a decent match, but at the end of the day, Grayson Waller them did win that particular match. It was all right. Then we come to the third match of the night, Io Sky with Damage Control ringside, and Naomi. Now, Naomi, come on, Naomi. You see these people out there ringside, and you want to go out there and wrestle this woman. She's dangerous enough, but you're gonna go out there and wrestle this woman knowing she got backup on the sidelines. And you ain't got no backup. Come on, we wrestlers got to think about it. We asking for a beat down in the middle of these matches. You should have said, yo, I want to have this match with her, and I want everybody banned from ringside. But you got to get your crew. They got them a crew. You got to get them a crew because they got them a crew, and you're gonna keep getting stomped down. There's a numbers game to this thing. It roll as a game. They deep, and they all of them good. All of them are excellent. All of them can kick your behind. You ain't gonna be able to beat all of them. In the middle of that, Naomi was getting beat down because Damage Control got involved, and here come Bianca Belair coming to saving Naomi because her and Naomi are good friends. She's, but she got a little beat down too. At the end of the day, probably gonna tag team to take those titles, but I don't want that tag team. I don't want Naomi and Bianca Belair. I want Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair. I want the Mega Powers too. I want the female Mega Powers. I want them together to slaughter them at Mania in a split second. I mean, straight rough shot, hand over. But I want them to go. I want them to be like a juggernaut, just plow through people, plow through Damage Control, take them titles in 5 seconds. If Becky Lynch can take Bianca's Belair title in 5 seconds, less than 5 seconds, then they could do that for Bianca and Jade. My problem with this Becky thing, they gotta do these special things for Becky. Anyway, like I said, Jade Cargill officially makes her Blue Brand debut next week. LA Knight pulling up the AJ House. LA Knight pulling up the AJ House. Now, I know you're trying to be a little more Attitude Era, Ruthless Aggression Era. I know you're trying to go back to that, which I'm all for it. But come on, in real life, you coming to my house starting some trash, you gonna get got. I'm busting caps in your behind. I don't care if we work together. Somebody on my job come to my house starting some stuff. Sarah. Get out of here. You'll never trespass to fight nobody at their house. Only a fool would go to somebody's house and fight. So if you go to people's houses and fight, or you thinking about fighting people at their house, you're a fool. Setting yourself to get shot. And in real life, this would not happen. AJ is from Georgia. He's from Gainesville, Georgia. He keep guns. He ain't gonna have time to run because them guns is gonna get up your butt, son. They're gonna shoot you straight in your butt. LA Knight coming over there fighting. Get out of here with this crap, man. We see Kevin Owens having a conversation with Nick Aldis. Nick Aldis he had a fracture with his arm, so he's gonna be out. He's not gonna be general manager for a while. After you get the surgery, he's gonna have to do some bed rest. So I wonder who they're gonna put in his place. But Pretty Deadly came complaining about they want to tag. They lost their tag match, and they messing with Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens said, "Look, man, if you want somebody to fight, you can fight me, and I'll get a partner." And they're like, "Man, who in the world is gonna wrestle with you?" He said, "Him, my partner right there." And once they saw it was Randy Orton, they're like, "Oh my God." They're gonna tag team up next week, but they got this devastating move that they're doing where they do the stunner into RKO. That's an incredible move if they keep that up. But Pretty Deadly was not happy about the situation, so they walked off. But before they could walk off, Kevin Owens knocked both of them out on the ground. So they did a promo of Jade, just to remind people who Jade is. Street Profits, Bobby Lashley with B-Fab. B-Fab ain't the one to be hanging with that group. I don't get B-Fab. She's tall. Maybe it's me. I just don't get B-Fab. I don't get her as the equalizer to Scarlett. I'm sorry. I just don't. Somebody in there that's more boss. I mean, get Nikita Lyons or somebody. If you're just gonna be walking around slapping people, get Nikita Lyons to be on their side, on their side. A fine self. Fine. God dang. There. B-Fab, get out of here. Well, anyway, they had a good match. I mean, an excellent match between Author of Pain. You didn't have Bobby Lashley was in the back. Cross was in the back. Didn't have no interference. Didn't have no interference from Paul Ellery, legendary Paul Ellery. And somehow, some way, they lucked up and got a pin on the Authors of Pain. Now, look, I give it 2 more months before one of them boys get injured. They injury prone, man. They big as heck, but moving too fast. One of them gonna hurt themselves. It happens. It never fails. Come back, less than 6 months. they out again because they're injury prone like Punk. Yeah, the Street Profits beat them with Montez Ford going for the pin. You know, Karrion Kross is sowing dissension between them and the Street Profit, trying to get Ford to turn his back on the Street Profit to go out on his own. And right now it's not time for that. Eventually there will be a time for that. It's time for him to shine on his own. He's been doing this for too long, and he's good, you know. And Dawkins can do the same thing, and they shouldn't have to do a betrayal to do all these things. So the next segment is Roman and Cody Rhodes segment. What can I say about that? Let me see if I can pull that up. So Roman came in with his majestic entry, majestic and regal. I mean, guys, do you want to not hear this entrance? Do you want this entrance to go to Hollywood and go full time right away, or do you want to give it another 6 months? Give it to after next WrestleMania. Do you really want to do this? I mean, much as Kingdom sounds great, much as that sound okay, ain't nothing like this. Man, that's majestic. So there with Ric Flair. Oh, y'all want to miss that? Believe me, lose the belt. He's gone for a long time. He's already the main marquee, and he don't have to wrestle on every pay-per-view anyway. He's only the main marquee, because some of you people say, well, he only defends the belt, he only wrestles. He's the main marquee. You say that when Mike Tyson don't fight once a month. He put his title up once a year. Once every 2 years. Mike Tyson ain't always putting his title up. Floyd Mayweather ain't always putting his title up. Heck, I mean, come on. Well, Jake Paul ain't got no titles. Come on. That's how you have to look at Roman Reigns. He is the main marquee. This guy don't wrestle like Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins is a workhorse champion. He put the challenge out there for him to defend his belt almost every week and did a great job to elevate that belt. Don't expect Roman, the main draw, the money maker, the man that's the face of the company. Don't expect him to pop up. That's why we want Cody to beat him, because we need Cody to be the champion. You got a champion. You got a TV every day, every week champion. Anyway, so Roman make his majestic entrance with the wise man, and he said the wise man made a promise with the wise man, and the tribal chief has kept his word, and that's what I am. I'm a man of my word, and I'm not alone. No bloodline, other than the wise man, but he's no physical threat, you see. So I say we bring on Cody out here and join you, Milwaukee. And that's right, he's gonna join you because it's time to acknowledge me. A lot of people put their fingers up. Well, here we are. I kept my word. I'm here by myself. How about you, Cody? Cody Rhodes. God, Cody. Now, Roman, you need to step up your energy, because, I critique everybody. Roman, step up your energy, bro. Step up your energy as if you was in the height of the bloodline when both you you had the tag team titles on both shoulders, both tag team titles. You had both belts on your shoulder. You had Sami Zayn in the back. You had Solo, who at one time had the North American Championship. Man, that was beautiful. And then we was hoping that we were going to get Sammy at least the Intercontinental or something like that, U.S. Championship, because of the great work that he was doing. Get back to your fire promo. You're getting kind of lackadaisy. And look, Cody fans, the way he expressed Cody is eloquent with his words, and he don't have that fire and passion. He's like, well, I didn't bring anybody, and I'm sure you didn't bring anybody either. But if you brought anybody, I may have brought somebody too. These eloquent words, these pause, it's like ballerina with his words, and it don't get you nowhere. He's on his toes, spinning around, with his words. But it don't get him nowhere. There's no passion, there's no fire, there's no fervor. It's too relaxed, it's too cool. Well, I am as much of a man of my word as you are. I'm saying, look, I'm not exaggerating. This is literally how he's expressing himself, with the pauses in the word. I don't want to hear no pauses. I want you to get so jumbled up in your words because you're so mad and so ticked off and you ready to take these titles. So if you came along, I came along. So Roman, he looks over to Paul. He said, hey, you said he would. You believed it. You believed it too. And he looked at Cody and said, son, you're a fool. You're stupid to me. Hear me out. From my perspective, you're not fit for this job. You're not fit to be on top. You're not fit to be the face of this company because you're an idiot. Roman's just, idiot. Look at you. Yeah, you're out there thinking with your heart, thinking everybody has your best interest, but nobody cares. You better start thinking with your head. I mean, let's just look at what you've done the past month. So you've lined yourself with my little brother, Seth Rollins. And there's all kind of problem with that. Let me ask you, what happened on Monday? Weren't you a bit in the jam? Where was he at? Where was Seth? Was he in traffic? Was his plane delayed? Was it snowing? What happened? Because see, like to me, he was just showing his true colors, you know? Then he told you that he'll be your shill. Oh God. You understand I was in the shill with him? He didn't do good guy things, but we had a bond. And over time, I thought we were becoming family. And I thought he was becoming my brother. And then what happened? He stabbed me in the back. What do you think he's going to happen to you? That's why I think you're a fool, plain and simple. And Roman had a point there. Look, the reason I'm the psychotic maniac that I am right now is because I keep trusting people and they keep doing me wrong. And there's always a chair involved. I trusted Seth and he hit me with the chair. I trusted Sammy, he hits me with the chair. I trusted Jay, he hits me with a chair. So he stabbed me in the back. What do you think he's gonna do to you? You really, and that's what I keep saying. See, my whole thing is who's gonna turn on Cody? Because it ain't gonna be The Rock and it ain't gonna run Roman in my book. It's either gonna be Jay gonna turn, earn his stripes and come home, acting like he was gonna help, or it's gonna be Seth Rollins. I would love to see both of them turn on. Rose said, did you ask me if I remember the Shield? Because I certainly think we all remember the Shield. You guys were unstoppable. You guys, matter of fact, were undefeated, right? Let me ask you something. Do you remember the first team that beat the Shield? I give you a hint. The last name was Rhodes. Yes. Cody Rhodes as Stardust. I think, no, were they Stardust? And Dustin Rhodes and their dad by their side beat the Shield. And I say, do it now. That's and I was like, see, that's why you stupid. That's what they got to do with what I'm telling you right now. Okay, you beat us, big deal. I'm telling you, don't trust this guy. I ain't gonna tell you don't trust my cousin because I probably did something secretly with him to guarantee him that he'll be back on the island relevancy because he ain't been doing too good since leaving the bloodline. But I'm gonna hook him up. I ain't gonna tell you I'm gonna hook him up if I can get him to turn on you. But I can tell you to watch out for this guy, you know. So Cody said, you guys were unstoppable. Let me ask you something. He said, I'll give you a hint. It was the name Rowe. And I appreciate this education, this Venice lace. See, this is what I don't like about Cody, all these big words. This venom lace wisdom that you're dropping on me. I don't know if I wore them. Yes, I did. Got my Bullet cufflinks on tonight. Guess that's a reference to Bullet Club. So I'm certainly not unfamiliar with factions, betrayal, all that good stuff while I was off doing something. But this isn't factions that you're talking about. Now, look, he ain't talking about the Bullet Club. He separated himself and they had another faction in a faction called the Elite. It's just like the NWO Wolfpack. And the Elite left the Bullet Club and started All Elite Wrestling. Him and his friends. They never betrayed Cody. Cody started peeling himself away from him. It's like, I got what I wanted out you. I don't want to have nothing to do with you. He totally started separating himself from Elite. When the Elite got together, he was nowhere around. He wasn't on the show as he used to be. Matter of fact, he got his own show trying to compete with The Miz. And it flopped. I'm about Black Adam flopped. That flopped. The roads to success or something. Or I don't know what it's called. He said the bloodline is not a faction. It's, as your shirt would say, it's family above all. So can I trust Seth freaking Rollins? Didn't even think to do that. Let me ask him. So he looks to the audience. You're looking at the audience, man. These people are so fickle. They're going to turn on you. 1 minute they for you. 1 minute they going to turn on you. 1 minute they want you to be a baby face. Next minute they want you to go heel. 1 minute they like your eloquent talk and all. Will you finish the story? Finish the story, please. We're going to riot. If you don't finish the story, we're going to riot. After he finished the story, just to calm y'all down from riot, you're going to turn on him like you did John Cena. It always happens. You're going to grow stellar, Cody. Then you're going to turn on him. And if you don't win, my God, most of you guys are using this guy to get a fix. Get your baby face fixed. To what they say, pop off your you know what. And once you get that, you want to sleep. You want some more. I'm like, baby, I'm trying to get some sleep. Not finished yet. I finished my story. My story was to get some, and that's it. I done got some. I done. I finished my story. You better figure out a way to finish yours. You better go better go in that hope chest, that chastity chest, that play chest, and finish off yourself. I finished my story. Anyway, he said, Seth Rollins might hate my guts. But you know one thing? He might be right. He might hate my guts but I do not think he hate mine more than you. He really hates your guts. Let's analyze that, Cody. They beef was a long time ago. Only problem that Seth has with Roman is because he don't like his reign. He loves Cody. He loves, and I showed in a recent video, he loves Roman Reigns. He just don't like his attitude toward his championship. And one of the reasons why he wanted to win World Heavyweight Championship so he can do the opposite. He wants to the workhorse. He want to defend the champion. He want to elevate people with the belt. He want to do everything. Roman Reigns, he believed Roman Reigns is a coaster. And he is. And he's supposed to coast. His times should be spending time with his family, you know, doing the press runs, maybe going out to shoot a couple movies or whatever, and then at the same time staying in shape, getting ready for the next match, training, blah, 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 for the next big match. His whole deal is the big major 4 matches. Seth is the every premium live event matches. You don't hate Roman as much. He hate you. He's sucking you in. Talking about a succubus. He's sucking you in, acting like he's your friend. I'm gonna be your shield. Well, singing and traveling the world with you. Thank you for being my friend. Should be playing. Don't you trust that dude? Let me get back to it. He said you might be right. He might hate my guts, but I do know one thing. He hates you even more. You don't know that. He probably really hates you. Number one, because you beat him in the 2 WrestleManias ago. Tried to tear your pec off. You still want to be gullible and loving him. Give you opportunity to defend the belt against. He give you opportunity to have a stellar match with him for his belt, and you blow past him because you want. And I want that belt. I don't want that. You look down on him. You figure he can't beat you. You figure, hey, I got 3 over him. I'm done. Dude, you're beneath me. Go on over there. You're beneath me. You think he don't have this in the back? Seth is sadistic. Roman, can you trust your partner at WrestleMania? Can you trust The Rock? I think we're all perhaps slightly confused in this pantheon. Here we go with the big words. Panthers got to do. No, I'm just kidding. In this pantheon that is the bloodline, who is really in charge? Is it the tribal chiefs or is it the final boss? He is trying to stir the pot. What have Roman did to The Rock, or what have Rock did to Roman for them not to trust each other? They cousins. That's big cuz. The Rock is big cuz to him. Always been. If anybody he gonna trust over in the field of the WWE, it's gonna be his cousin. And vice versa with The Rock. Y'all want to find reason for The Rock to turn on him, or reason for him to turn on The Rock. Now, I know the reason why he'll turn on The Rock is because the man has lost it. He's not 100% there. He's insecure. He don't like to be one up. Eventually, he's trying to hold it in for the sake of the family, because we're gonna do it. We do anything for the family. I'm gonna hold my emotions in because this guy's one up of me, make me feel like second fiddle. I'm gonna hold that in because this is for the family. But can't be here all the time. And at the end of the day, I'm still running the show as your tribal chief, as your top draw, as your moneymaker, as the true face of the company. So here's Cody trying to stir dissension, but Roman, as he is, you're like, he's the final boss, and you're the tribal chief. Right, final boss, tribal chief. Final boss. He sits on the board. I see that. That's my cousin. He's sitting on the board of TKO. Of course, he's the final boss. All decisions with the WWE lies on his table. I'm the tribal chief of my family. That's totally different from business. Yet I work the business to feed my family. The Roman said, you know, son, man, that's old. It's old. And it's true, Cody. Didn't he acknowledge? And The Rock acknowledged Roman Reigns? He wasn't expecting him to do that, but he did. He acknowledged Roman Reigns. Come on, son. He said, look, that's old. We ain't got no beef. We know what roles to play around here. Come on, son. It's old. You just do that to him the other way around earlier this week. That's all you got? This is what I'm talking about here. Spoken and spun like a true politician. I mean, what are we doing here? Because he did that in AEW, walking around like he's running for office. So what are we doing here? Are you running for governor? Hey, anybody got some kids out there that need to be kissed? You want an autograph or something? Because Cody will pull your kids out and make him part of his entrance because he loves you. I remember one time I saw Cody crying like a little bitch. All my life, I wanted somebody to love, and I got somebody to love me, and that's you. And guess what? I love you too. This fool told that to the crowd, man. That crowd. All I wanted was somebody to hold me. I finally got it in you. Sound like a yeah. I mean, what are we doing here? Because Cody will pull your kids out and make them part of your interest because he loves you. That's all you do. Promise this, you promise that, but you don't ever deliver. You don't ever keep these promises. You tell all these people all these lies and nothing ever come through fruition. You want to know why? Because you're number 2. Hey, I mean that with respect. Come on now. I mean that with respect. You all would be lucky to be number 2, but you're not even close. This is the greatest number 2 of all times. That's all you're going to ever be is number 2, because I'm going to be number 1 forever. Cody say, well, let's get real here. Oh, y'all wasn't getting real before? Like what? You think I wasn't being real? Oh, Cody. Let's get real here. You grew up in the industry, same as I did. You're probably a little kid looking in the mirror, wanting to be the next face of the generation. The difference between him and you is he spent a lot of time with a family of wrestlers. You didn't spend that much time. You live and breathe this. Your daddy wouldn't allow you to live and breathe. You had to pull the ranks through amateur wrestling in high school. But he did a good job, man. Cody was a bad boy when it come to amateur wrestling in Georgia. I tell you that. You were probably a little kid looking in the mirror, wanting to be the next face of the generation, the biggest superstar to come along, the biggest pro wrestling star. I love it that they say in pro wrestling. We're talking about Bruno, Flair, Hogan. We're talking The Rock. We're talking Austin. We're talking Cena. I've conceded to the idea that the generation that follows us, our kids, will probably grow up wanting to be the next Roman Reigns. That is your destiny. I feel that you're unfamiliar with mine. I'm the greatest number 2. That's what you say. Greatest number 2 when it comes to WrestleMania, when it comes to who defeats you for this championship that you held all this time, I'm not number 2. I'm the 1. He didn't deliver that. And that's what I said. Cody delivery isn't all that well. Both of these deliveries pretty much was mundane. I mean, pretty borderline. I'm a borderline suck on both of them. Roman said some things that were good, but his delivery could have been a little bit better. Cody is like over-delivering, overselling, with the pauses and big words. That's too much. It's too much. Yeah, I'm not number 2. I'm the 1. I'm not number 2. I'm the 1 that's going to take your title. And I was just speaking, folks. The work that Gunther done, anybody should be taking that title from Roman. Should be Gunther. Should be same as Hogan versus the Ultimate Warrior. This guy earned his shot, and he should get it from Roman. It's length of days versus length of days. Title versus title. That should be a huge marquee match. Cody, after he was done, being the statesman he is, put his hands out to shake Roman's hand, and Roman was getting ready to shake his hand, and Roman said, I ain't shaking your hand, man. I don't know where that hand been. It had to be somewhere, because you stroking, you doing something with that hand. You're stroking himself over here with one and stroking Jay with the other one to get them on your side. You must be you're doing something. Wouldn't touch that hand either, man. Well, he didn't touch his hand, but he shook Paul's hand and got ready to walk out. And then he snapped his fingers. The bloodline came out. They didn't come out officially. It just popped up to let him know that, hey, we're in the building. We may not been in the ring, because that was the deal, in the ring, not the building. We're in the building. And then all of a sudden, Cody had Seth Rollins come out, even playing field, still uneven because The Rock is nowhere to be found today. Came out here to even the playing field. Everybody saying, finally, yes, Cody got back up. Yes, Hercules. Cody ain't got jack. He got 2 turncoats. Backing him up. 2 traitors. One, how in the hell? In my community, that is a no-no. How in the hell you gonna side some blonde hair, white dude with blue eyes against your family? And you gonna be by his side to help him take away the sole thing that's feeding the family. He should be outcast. He should excommunicate it, and everybody need to surround him, and he deserve a family butt whooping. All because you want to be the star. You want to be the tribal chief. Like, all this stuff happened way back during pandemic days. He getting besides himself. The role is tag team, man. That was greatest tag team in the world. Why you gotta change these things? Young Buck is not changing that. The Good Brothers ain't changing that, and they not even related. Briscoes were, up to the point where there was death. They wasn't trying to, they did go separate a couple times, but they knew they was better as a tag team. You don't see FTR trying to break out, even though they good wrestlers individually, they still a tag team. Don't turn your family for some outsider. If you feel like you were being abused, you could went to the elders over that. I got a feeling Jimmy's gonna come home. And then you got Seth Rollins, a man who couldn't just being a heel and stabbing people in his back is like crack to him. I believe that in order to keep a good face before you, he has to go to a heel workshop and get all that heelness out of him, and then come back to try to be a good guy. I guess they got a heel punching bag at the gym. He is wall to wall. Seth is wall to wall heel all day. Sometimes he gotta fight the urges to display that heel side of him. Oh boy, you just don't know. Day is coming. Day is coming. Day is coming. The day is coming. The day is coming. Look at this, guys. That's the Smackdown review for today. I'm gonna go over Raw. I'm gonna start going over all. I think this show is gonna be basically going over the reviews, giving you my opinions of it. But I am gonna take certain things out and talk about it in the day. And then I got my topics, because my topic tomorrow is going to be who's going to turn on Cody. Nobody's turning on Cody. No. Who's going to turn on Cody? It's going to be Jay. Is it going to be Seth Rollins? Will there be a third bloodline member? Hold up. Will it be a bloodline invasion? I'm all for an invasion. Will Jacob Fatu come? Zilla come? Even if it's just one night, I would have those guys come in. Have Good Money come in, Rec Shop, remind y'all who we are. I would have the whole dynasty come. The D. Just run Rock Shot and take over WrestleMania just to build a story coming out of Mania. Ain't no greater story coming out of Mania than a bloodline invasion. It's way better than Cody ending this story. Put Cody in the opposition again to try even harder to officially win that belt at Madison Square Garden where the story started. WrestleMania don't make sense to me. I won it on the biggest stage of them all, Dad. And don't see that. So many topics we're going to talk about on Wrestle Bob. I already did the topic about could this title victory win and cause Cody to go heel, because you going to turn on him. I'm telling you, I know this. I've been doing this for a while. I smell two things. Somebody's turning on Cody. And look, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If there's going to be an implosion between Roman Reigns and The Rock, it's going to be because of Roman Reigns' ego. There ain't going to be nothing about The Rock turning on him. It's going to be Roman turning on The Rock. And Rock, they say, well, Rock going to go face. Look, Roman beating down The Rock as one of the biggest heels don't mean that he's necessarily going to go face. Rock gotta go shoot a couple movies. So after this, he's gonna be gone for a little bit. He can still leave as a heel. He can viciously do what he need to do that night. Beat the crap out of Cody or whoever, Cody's team. Cody lose the championship. Roman holding the belt up. The Rock grabbing Roman's hand and put it up. As soon as The Rock put it down, I can see Roman Reigns taking the chance, smacking The Rock upside the head, saying, I used you. You're stupid. You're supposed to be the smart cousin. You're supposed to be the one that got it all. Yeah, you're stupid too, just like Cody. And bam, and bam, and bam, I used you. That's why I didn't say nothing. I let you hog up all the spotlight. I let you get your personal endeavor against. I let that happen. I didn't have to get my fingers dirty. I let your anger and resentment of him taking away our opportunity. I used that to win the title. And thank you, Rock. Thank you, cuz. But you're going to eat this chair. And Rock going to get hurt, and it's going to send him off into the sunset for a few more months to shoot movies. I can't walk away without getting injured some kind of way. What if Seth and Roman Reigns both beat up The Rock and Cody Rhodes? That'll be a twist. Fist bump, shield, fist bump. And they both beat both of them down. And they both hold their titles in the air. But, I got a feeling Drew is going to win. I don't know. We all assume that Damian Priest is going to cash on Drew. Damian Priest can cash on anybody, any belt, not just the world title. But anyway, I'm done. Thank you for watching the Wrestle Bob podcast. I'm your host, Bob TV. Hey, if you like the stream, like, share, hit the notification bell. Make sure you subscribe. Say that 10 times real fast. You ain't gonna be able to say it. Subscribe. That's the best thing you could do. Subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Like it. Hit like. Get the algorithm up. Hit the notification bell. Put it on always. And always double check to make sure you're not unsubscribed. And put this on all your social media. I'm a new kid in town, I know politics. I love politics. A former union activist. I got so many channels, it's ridiculous, but I don't have something I love to do. And this is something I love to do. And thank you for being with me on the Wrestle Bob podcast. And I'll see you on the Collision Review.